My name is Ryan Carter, and 5 years ago, I hit rock bottom. I had lost my job, my confidence, and, worst of all, the support of the very people I thought would never turn their backs on me, my family. One by one, they drifted away, using silence as their weapon. My parents told me they couldn't support a grown man who refused to get his life together. My older brother, Mason, stopped answering my calls. Even my younger sister, Lily, who used to look up to me, avoided me out of embarrassment. Back then, I had been working as a project manager at a mid-level tech firm. When the company downsized, I was one of the first to go. I thought I'd find another job within a month or two, but the months stretched into a year, and rejection after rejection chipped away at my pride. My savings vanished, my apartment lease ended, and I was forced to move into a small rented room on the outskirts of the city. When I reached out to my family for help, I didn't get empathy, only judgment. My father's words still echo in my mind, "Maybe this is the lesson you need to learn about being responsible." He said it like losing my job was a moral failure. My mother refused to speak up, afraid of confrontation, and my brother told me bluntly, "You've become a burden." That night, I sat alone in the dark, staring at my phone screen, realizing that the people I loved most had written me off as hopeless. So, I decided to disappear, not out of spite, but out of determination. I deleted social media, stopped reaching out, and promised myself one thing. When I came back, it would be as someone they'd regret abandoning. For the next 5 years, I worked harder than I ever thought possible. I took odd jobs at first, delivery, tutoring, freelance coding, anything that paid the bills. I studied online courses late into the night, learning everything I could about software engineering and artificial intelligence. Slowly, I began developing small tools and apps, selling them to startups and online markets. Each little success built my confidence back up, and soon, one of my automation tools caught the attention of a small investment firm. They offered me funding to expand it into a full-fledged business. I named it Verity Systems, a company that helped small businesses automate tedious tasks with affordable AI-driven solutions. Within 2 years, Verity took off like wildfire. What started as a one-man project turned into a company employing over 60 people. We began getting contracts from major corporations and even government agencies. The same investors who once ignored my emails were now calling me non-stop. Then, 5 years to the month after I was cut off, I got an unexpected message. My family wanted to meet. They had heard about me, my company, the success stories, the media coverage. Suddenly, the man they had dismissed was someone they wanted back. Against my better judgment, I agreed to meet them. When they walked into my office, I could see the disbelief in their eyes. My father's confident posture faltered as he looked around at the glass walls, the logo on the wall, the employees walking by calling me sir. My brother was speechless, and my mother's eyes welled up with tears. Mason was the first to speak. "Ryan, we're proud of you. He hesitated, then said something I'll never forget. "We were hoping you could help us out. Things have been hard." Apparently, my father had retired early, Mason's business had gone under, and they were struggling financially. I sat there silently for a long time, letting their words hang in the air. I remembered all those nights when I was starving and humiliated, wishing someone would just say, "We're here for you." And now they were here, not because they cared, but because they needed. "Finally," I said calmly, 5 years ago, I needed you too." My father's face went pale. My mother tried to speak, but I gently raised a hand. "You told me that being jobless meant I wasn't responsible. But it wasn't irresponsibility, it was life. Life happens to everyone. You turned your backs when I was down, but I didn't forget. I learned that family isn't about blood, it's about who stays when everything else falls apart." Mason tried to justify it. "We didn't know you'd bounce back like this." I smiled faintly. "That's the thing. You shouldn't have to know the ending before deciding who deserves kindness." There was a long silence before my mother quietly asked, "So, you won't help us?" I looked at her, my heart aching. Despite everything, I still loved them, but love doesn't erase the past. "I'll help you," I said finally, "but not because you deserve it. Because I've learned that holding grudges only weighs you down. But things won't ever be the same." I wrote them a check big enough to get back on their feet, but not enough to make them comfortable. As they left, my father turned and said, We're proud of the man you've become." I nodded. I became that man when I stopped needing your approval. After they left, I sat by the window, watching the city lights below. 4 years, I had chased success to prove them wrong, but somewhere along the way, I realized I didn't need their validation. I had built something of my own, not out of anger, but out of resilience. Now, when people ask me what motivated me, I tell them this: rejection can destroy you, or it can refine you. My family's betrayal broke me once, but it also lit a fire that built my empire. And when they came back into my life, I didn't need revenge. Their regret was already proof enough that I had won.